Wow, what a trade deadline. Boy, howdy, did Buster get a great haul. I can't believe we did something right this year, Ben.
Boy, howdy. More like hot diggity.
Land sakes.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Heavens to Betsy.
Well, butter my biscuit.
Bob, you do one.
That's very bussin', as the kids say.
Yeah. Very, very good, Bob.
Good one, Bob. Good one. So what happens now?
You mean for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
I have no idea, dude. This needs some optimism, and I'm not the optimism guy.
Heavy is the burden. Okay, I know. We get to see some new young players like Blade Tidwell and
Nate Furman.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's a little underwhelming. Well, how about the Fire Bell season?
Yeah, I was really excited about that, except I can't watch their games, and it's impossible to find any information about them, even on their own website, which they kind of have too, but both are equally broken. I don't think they want fans, Matthew.
Yeah, actually, I struggled with that too. I was trying to find rosters, and it was a mess. Well, at least we could talk about the 2027 roster or the upcoming free agent market.
Matthew, there isn't going to be a 2027 free agent market. Okay, how many days until opening day 2028?
600.
Yeah. Okay. Hit it, Bob.
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the humor is elite, but the baseball sucks. Oh yeah, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 388 of Giant Cocktails. Welcome back, Bob.
Yes, welcome back, Bob. Woo! I had, I did contact the other team to get him back. And oddly enough, after just one day, they were willing to give him back to me for way less money. So I still came out ahead.
Okay, well, what about Hans? Do we still have Hans, or did he go back?
I did check.
Okay.
Just peek into the room. Is there two of them over there?
No, and everybody's got their pants on, so it looks okay over there. Hey, Bob, I wouldn't sit on the Yeah. Bob, you might want to just throw the pants away, okay? And some, antiseptic wipes on the chair. Yep. Sorry, buddy.
I should be salaried for this nonsense.
Yeah, we just got you back, dude. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. No, you really seem to be hard up for cash, dude. We'll figure it out. Anyway, Matthew, Harvey Keenan, spelled Kuenn, just like it sounds, had 388 singles for the Giants over 5 years, starting in 1961, when you were just a babe.
I was a negative babe at that point. Thank you.
Same. Prior to coming to the Giants, Keenan was a 10-time All-Star, including both All-Star games in 1959 and 1960. Yes, folks, not both from 1959 and 1960, but both from each year. That's 4 All-Star games. And then he was also Rookie of the Year for the Tigers in 1953, and he won a batting title in 1959. The Giants got 2 positive WAR seasons from him and 3 not-so-good seasons before trading him during the 1965 season.
He was basically Matt Chapman.
Whoa, dude. Was he hurt?
He was old. I don't know.
He was, okay, listen, when Matt Chapman's on the field, he's fine. It's just, he's not on the field.
Okay, he was Willie Adames. I don't know, pick one.
But Willie's not old. So we don't have a corollary. He's Mark Melanson.
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Let's do it, Bob. Hit me.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, that's very kind of you, Bob. Thank you for asking. Bob, today I am drinking a cocktail that I am calling a Pineapple Margarita. What's in a Pineapple Margarita? Well, I'm guessing most of you could probably crack the code, but if you want to find out how I made this Pineapple Margarita, you can find out at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking an original cocktail I'm calling Cry Me a River Cats. Little post-trade cocktail to get you all in the mood. I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
This Pineapple Margarita is really good.
I bet.
Yeah. Maybe we should just talk about cocktails.
We did that, and then you couldn't stay focused long enough to keep going.
Really? Is that what happened? No, I went off and made my own show.
Well, yeah.
And then I couldn't stay focused long enough to make that happen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, today is Wednesday, August 5th, as we record this podcast. Our lovable losers, the San Francisco Giants, went 0-2 since our last episode. But you know what? I'm going to give them one. I know we did that other episode, a day later than we normally would have because of the trade deadline, and so I'm kind of taking away a win from them. So I'm going to say they went 1-2 to bring their record to 48-67. That's 19 games under 500, a new season high. Matthew, I think it's time for a good old-fashioned vibes check. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling Negroni-ish. Very, very Negroni-ish.
Okay, it's a Negroni. It's a Negroni for you. It's a Negroni for Matthew on the 19 games under 500.
Well, when you're on pace to have one of the worst all-time seasons in Giants history, yeah, that's a Negroni, man.
Well, what is their pace, pray tell?
Well, they're on pace to lose 94.5, but we're not in the business of giving them the benefit of the doubt. So 95 games on pace.
Okay.
There have only been 3 Giants teams in the San Francisco era, meaning the last 69 seasons, to be worse than that.
Wow. Okay.
So,
and so that's their current pace.
Yes, the current pace. 2017 Giants had 98 losses. The 1984 Giants had 96 losses. And then 1 year later, they upped it up to 100 losses in 1985. Those are the 3 worst seasons in San Francisco Giants history. And I'm not feeling good about our chances here to be any better than those teams.
I'm very excited about our chances of being the worst team ever. I think the 2026 Giants will go down as the worst San Francisco Giants team of all time. Because here's the thing, Matthew. You said their current pace.
Yeah.
That current pace includes when they believed they were a good team and they were really trying real hard with the lineup and roster that they thought was good. Okay? Nobody thinks their current roster is good, not even them. I think that pace is going to, shall we say, accelerate. They're going to kick towards the finish line, Matthew, and I think they're going to blow right past 100. Yeah. So there you go. But I will say this. 1985, Matthew, the current high water mark for losses. 2 years later, it was How Do You Like These Kids?
Oh, there's a little optimism there. I sense a little optimism.
Or was it even 1 year later? I can't remember. Was it 86 or 87? No, 87, they made the playoffs. It was 86 that was How Do You Like These Kids? Only 1 year later. So next year, damn it.
Yeah, the following year, actually, they went 83-79.
Oh, man, but we're not going to have a next year.
That actually might benefit us because the minor leaguers will still be playing.
That's true.
And getting their experience. And then maybe the next year, some of those young guys will be ready.
That's true. That's a very good point. And then in 1987, they made the playoffs. And then there was 1989. 2 years after that. So, yeah, history could be repeating itself, and everything's fine, Matthew. Everything's fine. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how everything's fine. Well, first we're going to talk about the Rangers series. And then, well, we're going to talk about what we talked about in the show opener. Now what, right? We kept talking about the trade deadline, because there was nothing else to talk about. And that's not true. That's not true. There was lots of things to talk about. But we didn't want to. Okay? I mean, that's Matthew's whole identity, is not talking about the hard things, right? That's why he's an optimist.
Hey.
I'm a cynic, so I just say the hard thing and then dismiss it. So, like, just throw it away. So, like, I don't have to talk about it. Because it's like, obviously we suck. Let's move on. You know? But we can't do it anymore. We can't do it anymore. We can't do it anymore. There comes a point in time where you have to realize that you are a 50-plus old man sitting in his closet, and you have to look yourself square in the face on your Zoom monitor. And we're not doing that today, but we're gonna ask what the Giants are doing the rest of the year, because that's still as painful as it is. It's easier than doing what I just said. But before we get to that, tidbits. Matthew, something happened on Sunday that we had made a big fuss about. We had built up. We said that we were going to rebrand our whole show around it. Giant fireballs or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't say anything about it after it happened on Sunday. The San Francisco Firebells played their inaugural game. They kicked their butts.
They did. 11-3 over those Boston, whatever they are.
Checks notes.
Boston Hunters.
There you go. Yeah. I was doing like a bow and arrow. Yep. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Good, Matthew.
And are off to a very good start.
That's right. They won. I think it was 11-3.
It was 11-3. All three of those runs were unearned.
Oh wow. Okay.
So the Firebells after one game are hitting .455 as a team, and they have a 0 ERA.
Wow.
With a 0.86 whip. I'm reading you every single statistic that is on their website right now because that's all I got.
Yeah, no, the websites suck. And they had a box score, but you literally couldn't tell which player replaced whom. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The San Francisco Firebells, they're good at what they do, which is playing baseball. And we'll keep a tab on them, if we can. Because I can't watch them on anywhere. And I can't find highlights. I didn't try that hard to look. But I can't find... I like to look at the numbers, and I couldn't find the numbers.
I was actually really excited to watch the game. I actually even hunted about how I could watch them. And it turns out that one of my Verizon perks was that I get like this Disney, Hulu, ESPN Plus package. And I have had the Disney Plus package from my Verizon account for years. I didn't realize that it was due for an upgrade. And so I upgraded it, and voila, I had the Firebells. But then I was driving my daughter to school, to college that day. And so I didn't get to watch the game, and there's no way of recording it. So I didn't watch it.
I have Verizon. Maybe I should check that out.
You should.
Hey, listener, if you're interested, maybe you should check yours out. Anyway, that's one tidbit. Next tidbit. Okay, we made some offhand riffs on this ridiculous situation in our last show, but we never addressed it directly. And I feel like this is one of those things that we should talk about, Matthew. And that is Harrison Bader. Okay? Like, I know it's old news, but we never talked about it. Harrison Bader has plantar fasciitis, which, by the way, I'm going to say is no joke. I've had that. It really effing hurts. It ended Peyton Manning's career. Okay.
Well, now he's got fire truckitis.
Yeah, I think that means his foot was destroyed because a fire truck ran over his foot But that sounds like, oh no, Harrison was like, there was a car accident and a young child was injured and Harrison ran in and pulled her out of the flames and then he was giving her CPR and then the fire truck pulled up and it ran over his foot. That's not what happened, though. No. That's not what happened.
The bro was drinking. The bro was, he was testing out his giant cocktails repertoire.
That's right. He had too many giant cocktails, allegedly. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I don't know. Maybe he was stone cold sober.
Yeah. Yeah, you dive bar hop. It's you don't have any drinks while you're doing that.
That's true. And you crash into the back of fire trucks on your scooter when you're perfectly sober. But anyway, that's what happened. And now there's because it wasn't a baseball injury, nobody has heard what the significance of the injury is. Does Harrison Bader still have a foot? I don't know. But now the Giants and Harrison Bader are going to have a fight over whether or not they owe him money for the rest of this season and for next season.
Interestingly enough, I think the argument is going to come out about how injured was he before the fire truck injury. Would he have missed time the whole rest of the season anyway?
Yes.
That's going to be interesting.
I mean, I think that depends on where he was in his recovery plan. And then
he was
also,
on his way to see a specialist the next day, so the recovery plan probably wasn't very good.
That's true. And I think he did. I did hear that he did go see the specialist, but then the specialist was like, "No, this is way too much worse than what we thought we were looking at," and so they had to just go back to the drawing board on the injury. But that also being said, I know you hear about plantar fasciitis and you're like, it's no big deal. No, it really, really hurts. And oftentimes the only way to make it better is to stop using it for 4 months. And so he might have a point. However, if this impacts him next year, then the Giants might be able to get out of that contract. That's part of the contract. However, I don't think there's any way that he ever plays for Buster Posey's team again.
Yeah, I would agree.
No matter what happens. All right. Well, moving on from that, we have the Willie Adames kerfluffle. This
Willie doesn't like to work, Ben. Doesn't want to work with the best infield coach in history.
That's right. This crackerjack reporter, former Major League Baseball player, said that he talked to Ron Washington, and Ron Washington said that Willie wasn't putting as much work as he would like. I think it was roughly paraphrasing it. And then Tony Vitello came out and was very upset. And I listened to his response to this, I think about 3 times, Matthew, and I cannot tell you what Tony Vitello said. Not because it was inappropriate, not because we don't have enough Bobisms to cover the words, but because I literally did not understand it.
How many press conferences have you listened of Tony Vitello? I mean, that's just the way he is, right?
I know. But a lot of times, and I have not become fluent. He starts sentences that he never finishes. And I do that too. But in this comment, it was like every sentence was a sentence he didn't finish. And then it was kind of like Finnegan's Wake, one line was finishing the line 2 lines above it. And it was a very circular thing. It was I think this is actually it was like a Finnegan's Wake of comments about, and that's how angry he was. So anyway, Willie hasn't been putting in the work. But I heard Alex say on Giants Talk that Willie has a bad back right now. And it's hard to do the particular infield drills that Ron Washington likes to do when you have that sort of injury. So maybe that's what Ron meant by not as much work as he'd like to, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe there's a good reason for that, not just that he's lazy.
That's what I'm saying. But I also say this.
Okay.
Willie's still not very good at defense. So whatever the problem here is, something needs to be done.
Well, you look at Luis Ariza's ascension in his defensive skills this last season, and then you look at Willie Adamas's defensive skills this season, and you would wonder why both haven't gotten better.
I would wonder. I would also wonder why everybody can't hit the ball the way that Luis Ariza does.
Did you see that Luis Ariza was batting cleanup for the Phillies?
Yeah, and he drove in 2 runs on his first day back. I don't know how he did today. They were playing in extras and losing. Caleb Killian finished the game, although he took the L today, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I mean, they used him in back-to-back games. Like, I was like, wow, okay.
They'll learn. They'll learn.
Yeah, like, wow. Well, yeah, we got this Giants closer is what they thought. No, the Red Sox got the Giants closer. All right, and Matthew, it's time for new additions to the roster.
Oh, Ben, before I just looked, the Nationals scored 6 in the 11th inning.
They scored 6. They didn't all come off of Caleb, did they?
No.
Did Caleb give up a 6th spot in the no?
Caleb gave up. He got the loss. He gave up 5 runs of those 6.
Ooh. Yeah, okay, so Caleb's still doing it out there. Like, you just, don't put him in an inning that matters, Philadelphia.
Well, 4 of those runs were earned, so somebody made an error to help him along too. So.
No, it was the Manfred.
Oh, the Manfred runner is not earned. That's right.
Well, whatever. Potato, tomato. That really sucks for the Phillies. If the Phillies don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to feel that bad about it. Matthew, Edis Leonard. What do you know about this gentleman?
I know that he's been in 6 different organizations over the last 8 years and made his major league debut on was it Wednesday? Today?
No, it was yesterday,
Tuesday.
Wasn't it?
Tuesday, that's right. It was Tuesday.
Or was it? No,
he got his major league hit on Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah, he made his debut on Tuesday, and then he got his first major league hit on Wednesday. So he has zoomed right past Nate Furman.
Interestingly enough, his last 4 hits as a River Cat were home runs, which might explain why he got.
That's why he got called up.
Yeah.
Understood. Why did Nate Furman get called up?
Because he could play infield.
And he was a professional baseball player in the Giants organization.
Exactly.
Those 2 reasons. Okay, got it. All right, Matthew, that's a lot of tidbits, but you know what? What else are we going to talk about?
I don't want to talk about the Rangers series.
Let's talk. Okay. Look, we're not going to talk in depth about the Rangers series, but first of all, Monday was a good game, right? And they come fresh off losing 6 of their guys. They're playing a man short. And Logan Webb comes out and he strikes out 8. He walks 1. He gives up 5 hits, so he's got a whip of 1 in 6 innings pitched. The bullpen is very, very good. And Jung-Hoo Lee does his Jung-Hoo Lee thing, but I already said the welcome back thing and the how you were gone for 3 weeks joke on the last show, so I won't do it here. It looked like this is going to be fine. And then there was Tuesday, when things were not so good. They got dominated by the starter for the Rangers, and then the Rangers pulled a. I feel like this is a San Francisco Giant manager kind of thing. This starting pitcher is doing really. I remember everybody. It seems like since Kapler's era has been doing this. This starting pitcher for us is doing really, really good. I'm going to pull him out of the game. I think that was more of a Kapler thing and maybe a little bit of Melvin. I don't think Vitello has done that.
Well, it was because they didn't want anyone to see him 3 times in the lineup. That's right.
But that being said, the Giants were down 2-0 as the Rangers went to their bullpen. And Blade Tidwell's start, his only 3rd career start as a major leaguer, and he looked pretty good.
He did. 2 runs over 5 innings. Why not? I mean, that's. I'll take that. It's not his fault that the team didn't score any runs for him.
Yeah, agreed. But they did score runs eventually, and so they got him off of the hook. Oh, but the one thing I do want to point out about this game, first of all, Oslevis Basabe.
Yeah,
is just Oslevising it all over the place. Like, he's been on the Giants for like a hot minute, and now he's like my favorite Giant.
Agreed. Like, I like the guy.
All he does is hit home runs.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, but so he comes back, he hits that home run to tie the game, and then the Rangers bring in their crack closer. Right?
They got one of those, huh?
Yeah, they got a crack closer, not a crackpot, just a crack.
Just a crack, yeah.
You know the difference between crackpot and crack, right?
Yes, we've gone over this. Yes,
we have. That's right, at the bar. So they brought in their crack closer, Jacob Latz. And he's a left-hander, by the way. He is one of the best closers in all of baseball. And what did we do? We sent up Drew Gilbert, left-handed pitcher killer.
We set up every left-hander we had on the team.
And that's right. Well, after that, we sent up Graham McRae, strikeout specialist. You know? And what did those two dudes do? They got on base. And then Jacob Latz throws the ball away, and then they got runners on second and third, and he does it with Bryce Eldridge at the plate. And then what does Bryce do? He hits a single. Single to drive in both runs.
Bryce Eldridge has no fear against lefties. I love watching it. His approach is just like he shortens up his swing. It's like opposite field approach. Pumpers it right back up the middle kind of thing. I love it. I love that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy too. Some people, Matthew, thought that he shouldn't be on the team this year. Thought they needed him more seasoning. Am I ever going to stop saying that? No, Matthew. No, I am not. And you are my proxy for Buster. Because you are the one who said he needed more seasoning. And I know you were joking just to get my goat.
Yes, the MSG, Ben. That was really important.
It's the MSG. That's right. Anyway, so they tied it. And then that was good. And then I was excited when Oslevis Basabe came up again, but then he got the automatic strike for a reason I still don't understand.
Yeah, me either.
And then whatever. Then he got out, and I was like, okay. I stopped paying attention because I knew it was going to happen, and it did. Well, we didn't even need to go to extras.
We don't have enough of a bullpen to withstand those kind of games.
Correct. We didn't before the trade deadline. We didn't before we traded away Caleb Killian, who gave up 5 runs for the Phillies today, and Eric Miller, right? Our 2 previous closers. We didn't have a bullpen then, so no.
What I thought was interesting is that Hauser D's bullpens came in out of the bullpen. So maybe he's not going to be a starter with an opener.
That is weird, right? Yeah. He pitched a third of an inning. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the plan is there. I mean, they called up they called up Blade Tidwell. We already have Carson Wisenhunt. We don't know who that other starter is. Right? It's Webb and it's
Roop and Tidwell, and then Wisenhunt.
Yeah, there's no 5th starter right now.
Well, maybe they're just going to push, because we have an off day on Thursday. Maybe they'll push that Hauser bullpen game off until the following week.
Oh, yeah. Should be interesting to see if he has an opener or not. He definitely should.
Absolutely should.
He definitely should. All right. Well, I want to talk about today's game, even though it sucked, because as you said, Matthew, Carson
pitched 6 innings.
6 innings today. I mean, he gave up 5 runs.
Yeah.
On
not
4 walks.
Great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Except the problem is we have 2 Carsons.
Carson squared.
Carson squared pitched 6 innings today, but unfortunately he takes up 2 roster spots. So that was Wisenhunt and then followed up by Seymour. What's troubling for me is that this is 2 pretty bad starts in a row from Wisenhunt. Not loving that. So he had some pretty decent starts before that, and then now 2 back-to-back starts that were not great. Here's the thing. He's going to be back out there in 5 days.
Of course he is. What else are they going to do?
Yeah, and then he's going to be back there another 5 days after that. Another 5 days after that. another 5 days after that. So hopefully he figures it out. But also, this is why I'm saying they're going to lose more than 100 games this year. All right, Matthew. That was the Rangers series. I think the Rangers series went pretty much how a realistic Giants fan would assume that the season would go after the trade deadline. I think the Padres series also went the same way, except it happened before the trade deadline, so I don't know. I don't know. Point is, they bad. They're still bad. But we don't have anything to look forward to like the trade deadline. And you and I have been joking around, talking about it the whole episode. Is like, what do we do now? What do the Giants do now? What do we do now as fans? What should we expect? What should the Giants be doing?
I think right now they're just playing out the rest of the season. Don't expect any let's bring up some of our big name minor leaguers to the season. That's why we're seeing guys like, what was his name? Leonard.
Eddys Leonard.
Eddys, thank you. Leonard.
And Nate Furman. Why do you keep forgetting about Nate, dude?
Okay. I'll throw him in there too. Both of them are not what we would want as someone for our future team. And we're going to see more of that. We're going to see more of guys that they just to fill spots.
Okay.
Because they're not going to bring up guys like Bo Davidson or anything like that. That's not on the 40-man. They're not going to do that.
Okay. Can I just paraphrase what you're saying and then ask you a very important question?
Please.
So you're saying, okay, so one of the ideas is like, oh, they should play a bunch of their young players. They should bring guys up so that we can see what they got.
Right. I think that's what a lot of people would be like, hey, let's make that the thing for the Rand.
So they called up Blade Tidwell. We got Carson Wisenhunt up here now, but also Oslevis Basabe, Nate Furman, Eddys Leonard. Like, these are not Bo Davidson. They're not, those guys aren't here yet. So why, Matthew? Why shouldn't we expect those guys?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One is that as soon as you put them on the 40-man, then if there's a strike next year or a lockout or whatever we want to call it,
it's going to be a lockout.
Their minor league players are not impacted by a lockout. But if you're on the 40-man, then your season is on hold until the collective bargaining.
Because you were a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand. When you are on the 40-man roster, you are a Major League Baseball player. When it comes to things like which contract governs your employment, it is the 40-man that matters. So yes, if the players get locked out, anybody on the 40-man will not be allowed onto the premises, which is exactly what a lockout is. They are persona non grata, and until a new contract exists.
I also feel like towards the end of the season, you might see guys that are going to be Rule 5 eligible the next year be put on to the 40-man, and you might get to see them a little bit at the end of September if your team's out of it. But because there's not going to be a collective bargaining agreement and the whole Rule 5 thing might be different next year, I don't think you're going to see that. You're not going to see guys getting added to the 40-man to save them earlier than they would necessarily have to be. So it's just totally different. And so we're going to see guys like these career minor leaguers get added and pulled on just because that's the best baseball move they could do right now.
A lot of journeymen, and you're probably going to see that from the teams that are out of it. A lot of journeymen, a lot of like international players being signed and put on the 40-man, like a Wilmer Flores, perhaps.
Ooh, I'm listening.
So what does that mean, though? Well, that means a lot of bad baseball from players that you don't really care about, which is all going to add up to a lot of losses because the Giants are going to still be playing baseball against teams that won't be doing that because they'll still be playing for a postseason spot. So the losses are just going to keep piling up. And I think that we're just going to have to accept that. Like, we're going to have to look for the little things, right? Like, we're going to have to look for the fun little things to amuse us as we watch our team continually lose. Like, so for example, Tuesday's game. Matthew, in my book, Tuesday's game was a win. It was a win. The Giants were getting dominated by a starting pitcher, but one, you saw a player who's just electric right now in Oslevis Basabe hit a 2-run homer to just like a lightning bolt to shock everyone to tie the game at 2. And then you had that just very unlikely scenario of Drew Gilbert and Grant McCrae getting on base and then being driven in by Bryce Eldridge, which was a crazy scenario where these 3 inexperienced left-handers take down this dominant left-handed closer. It was super exciting. And then they lost anyway. But that was a win, right?
So that example is what we have to look forward to. That's the little bits of joy that we can find out of the remaining of the season.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
And here's the other thing: like players that you don't expect to do things, like Oslevis Basabe. Like we've been talking about him a lot. I think even since spring training, those guys could happen, right? There could be players who appear here who end up sticking.
Yeah. Maybe Eddie's Leonard will be, the next Mike Yastrzemski. Who knows?
You don't know. Maybe Nate Furman will be the next Luis Arraez.
This is true. I do want to mention that you said the Giants will most likely lose 101 games. I will remind everyone, though, that it doesn't really matter how many losses they have at the end of the year. It doesn't matter.
I mean, tell runners from the early 20th century that running faster than 4 minutes didn't matter. It mattered. It mattered until a man broke it, and then the world record just descended like crazy. All of humanity had a mental block, okay? If we lose more than 100 games, Matthew, it's going to mean something. But anyway, all right, lightning round time. Bob.
Oh, okay.
It's time for a lightning round.
That's right. But here's the thing, Matthew. There's only one question.
Oh, good. I think we can
But we have to keep answering it until we run out of time.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's the question. What do you want to see for the rest of the season? Who goes first, me or you?
You.
I'd like to see Tony Vitello manage games better.
Oh. I want to see better baseball being played.
I would like to see Tony Vitello managing games better. By that, I mean, take 2. By that, I mean better bullpen management.
Okay.
Like have the guys up and ready to go when they should come into the game. Like,
okay.
If Ben knows and Dave knows, then you should know, Tony.
I want to see Willie Adames know where to go on the baseball field. I want to see like him look like a veteran baseball player who's played a lot of baseball games.
Well, then maybe Ron should get his wishes answered.
Maybe.
I would like to see players removed from the game at the point at which they are injured rather than half an inning or an inning later. I don't want there to be any injuries. But if it looks like a guy's hurt, I want Tony Vitello and the training staff to remove him from the game then, not an inning later.
I would like to see Tony Vitello get thrown out of the game like he deserves it, not like he's apologetically getting thrown out.
That's a good one. Okay. I want to see more suicide squeezes or, safety squeezes, hit and runs, defensive shifts. I just want to see all kinds of different things.
Stolen bases, walks.
Yes, that's right, Tony. Be a better manager. Wait, sorry. No, I want to let the hot hand play until they're not hot anymore. And then let somebody else play. Christian Koss.
Yes, long live Christian Koss. I would like to see more of Christian Koss.
There you go. Good answer. All right, I like it. All right, I want to see bitter, extreme attempts to knock teams out of the playoffs. Like just everything. Everything. I don't dirty plays, trick plays, just like line shifts, whatever.
As an aside, do you remember at the beginning of the season when Buster said he wanted teams to hate us?
Yeah, I want teams to hate us.
Seriously. So let's start hitting players and just doing some stuff like that.
Yeah, put one in Shohei's ear.
Yes.
Ooh. This is my last answer.
Okay.
Beat the Dodgers.
That's right. My last thing that I want to see is me getting drunk in the Gotham Club. You hear that, Will?
Whoa. Yeah, we're not going to sit out for 3 innings either.
No.
We're going straight in, Will.
And maybe do a little pregame and postgame bar crawl.
Oh, dude. I don't. Okay, I'm old, man.
Oh, man, get the liver ready, man. We're doing it.
Okay, yeah. I'll redouble my efforts. 2 cocktails every day now. Right, instead of 4 a week.
You lightweight.
I literally only drink on this show, man. All right, Matthew. Well, I mean, listen. We all know we're going to keep watching. We're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
It's like a car crash on the side of the freeway. You slow down to watch.
No.
Yes, you do. I know you do. Everyone else does.
No. Yes, I do that. Oh, yeah. I'm the one taking pictures and being like, oh, that looks horrible. That must really hurt. No, what I'm saying, that's not what it's like, though, Matthew. What it's like is being in the car crash.
And everybody's slowing down to look at you?
Well, and now we have to deal with it.
Okay. Fair.
Right?
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like, we're either dealing with our own injuries or we're dealing with somebody else's injuries. We're going to have to get the car fixed, right? Like, even if there was no injuries, still got to get the car fixed, right? Wow, that's a whole month or 2 that we didn't expect to be spending this way. That's what's happening.
Do you want a little piece? You want a little piece of optimism?
That's literally your purpose on this show, Matthew.
The Giants won't see Tarek Skubal this weekend.
He lost his first start.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They still got to play the games,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's right. So, and the reason you bring that up is because we're playing the Tigers.
We are playing the Detroit Tigers on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at home at Oracle. And I would mention that the Tigers have a 55-58 record, but that doesn't matter.
They sold?
They sold at 55-58.
They sold with trading Skubal?
Our old friend Scott Harris.
You are a heartless bastard. It's the AL Central, dude. You're 3. Okay. I mean, that's just 1 game off of homeostasis. That guy has no idea what he's doing, dude. The San Francisco Giants would call that competitive.
Probable starters for the Giants. Landon Roop against Troy Melton on Friday. Logan Webb against Casey Mize on Saturday, our only chance for a win. And then Blade Tidwell against Jack Flaherty on Sunday. That's it. We got.
Yeah, I mean, I would be like, dude, this is yeah, you're right. They are way better than we are.
Significantly.
Way better. Yeah.
They're only 3 games under 500. We are 19.
God. Why did you have to remind me? Bob.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
Yes, Bob, it is.
What are you drinking, Ben?
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It's a tough year, man. Just take a drink,
tough
man.
year,
Take
God.
a drink.
Oh, God, now I am crying. I'm starting a new streak. I was trying to keep a stiff upper lip that whole stupid episode. Anyway, Bob. Thank you for asking. That's very kind of you. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling a Pineapple Margarita. What is in a pineapple margarita? Well, it's a margarita with pineapple juice. And that's what I'm drinking, Bob. Oh, no, wait, I suppose you want more details than that. Bob, pineapple margarita, the way I made it, has 1.5 ounces of Blanco Tequila. Use whatever tequila you want. You want it to be fancy? Use your Añejo from Kirkland, you fancy guy. Then it has 1/2 ounce of Cointreau. You could use a triple sec or whatever. Kuipers. I don't care. And then it has 1/2 ounce of lime juice and a full ounce of pineapple juice. And because we're cool, it has just a tiny little pinch of salt. Put all of that into a shaker with ice. Shake it until it's well chilled. And then you may strain that into a coupe glass that has been rimmed in Tajin or chili powder, whatever floats your boat. Or you can put it into a rocks glass over fresh ice that has also been rimmed with Tajin or
Salt.
And that's how you make a pineapple margarita. And that's what I'm drinking, Bob.
That's a tasty cocktail.
It was so good, dude. I guzzled it.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking something I'm calling Cry Me a River, cats. It was called something else, but Ben wouldn't let me call it that without bringing up personal stuff. So I had to rename it. And, the trade deadline and our current Giants roster is pretty much the River Cats. So that's what I'm going with. What's in it? Well, it's got 1 ounce of Appleton Estate Signature Rum, a 1/2 ounce of Planteray Xaymaca Rum, a 1/2 ounce of Smith Cross Rum.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags.
And, whatever rums you have, just throw them in there. Okay, you just need 2 ounces of rums. A blend, but the funkier the better. The Smith & Cross and the Xaymaca definitely add to it. Then a 1/2 ounce of Luxardo del Santo liqueur, which is what I use. You got green Chartreuse, by all means, do that. 1/4 ounce of falernum, 1 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounces of orgeat syrup, 2 dashes of ginger bitters. You're going to put all that into a shaker with ice, give it a good shake, and you're going to strain it into a large rocks glass with fresh ice, and you're going to garnish it with a mint sprig. Give it a good slap, stuff it in there, and you got this tiki-esque, very boozy, makes you forget about how bad the Giants are drink. So that's what I'm drinking, Bob. Cry me a River Cats.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Okay, so first of all, the name of this cocktail was TMI. Okay? It was just TMI. Second of all, those rums aren't that expensive. It's just more that you have all three of them. That's where, but nothing wrong with a little bit of Captain Morgan and Bacardi Gold and whatever comes in a plastic bottle. I don't know off the top of my head.
Whatever you would put in your Mai Tai, just put in that. It's fine. Just rums. This is a tiki drink that just rum. Just put it all in there.
Rum.
And that's a wrap, folks.
Rum.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Monday with more Giants content. If you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the socials. Most importantly, don't forget to leave us a review, and I mean a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because it really does help the show. And plus, I love reading all your funny quips when you leave us a review. Ben, it was great talking Giants with you. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Matthew. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Use all of the rums.
Congratulations. You've survived another episode of Giant Cocktails. Until next time, here's mud in your eye.
Rum.
Rum. That's not. I got like at least 4 or 5 other bottles of rum I could have put in there, including. No, I was going to say Kirkland rum, but no, it's Trader Joe's rum.
Well, that's a step below Kirkland, that's for sure.
It's that bad, actually. White rum, a little daiquiri, a little Trader Joe's rum in there. It's fine.
Nah, it's totally fine. I mean, Bacardi Blanco, all day, all night. Nothing wrong with it in your cocktails. Absolutely. If anybody's poo-pooing over that in your cocktails, you don't need to know those people.
No, whatever will get you drunk is fine.
Yeah, those are the people that live in an apartment but drive a $80,000 car.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you live in a house and you drink $20 rum. So that's fine.
What? Dude, I drink $22 rum.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Actually, I have a lot of rums. Whatever.
Yes, I remember the tiki days.
Yeah. Bob, give us a stinger.
Subscribe now while you're still drunk. Tell 'em Bob sent you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Not Hans. Bob.
Hans. I feel like we're gonna need some Hans to come back. We're gonna need it when we make the merch. Which is the thing I keep saying. When we make the merch, we're gonna have some Hans merch now.
Okay. It'll be like that obscure bobblehead that
everybody's like, what? Why? What Hans? Yeah. Hans greater than sign Bob.
That's right.
That's it. That's all the shirt says.